time to move the teasel. It's quite a tall plant, and there's a sea holly beneath it, quite close to it. I've also got to move these other wildflowers. The leaves on the teasel go all the way across the plant, and it creates a pocket by the stem which fills with rainwater. It also has spikes on the underside of the leaves and on the stem. They're not like thick thorns, but they're still quite annoying. I went out and bought some thorn-proof gloves. I pinned back the big leaves so that I could see the bottom of the stem. I read on the internet that it should have a 2-foot taproot, so I'm starting to dig quite a long way away from the plant because I don't know how far out the roots will go, although I think they go down rather than out. But anyway, I decided to start digging here. I dug quite a big hole, then I thought I should look nearer to the plant to see what was going on. I tried to put a stick in there, but the ground was so compacted, even the small stick wouldn't go in, not at all. So I decided to get the hose and put it on a very slow trickle and let it erode away the soil. This was a long, slow process, and it took a long time to see any progress. After some time, I started to look closer to the bottom of the plant, and I could see where the roots are now. I decided it was time to look at the other side of the plant. First, I had to remove the sea holly. It came out surprisingly easy. Back to the teasel, and more digging to be done. It seemed like the plant was about to be free, but it wasn't. There was still more digging to be done. There was still quite a lot more digging to be done. Still thinking about this taproot. I didn't notice for a while how much the plant was leaning. Then I started to worry that the stem might break off. Then the plant seemed to be free, but it was very heavy, and I couldn't see any taproot. I couldn't feel any root around it. I tried to break off some of the soil to give it a lighter load, but it wasn't possible. I managed to lift the whole lump over onto the grass so I could look at it better. I don't see any taproot at all. Nothing broke off. I bought this huge flower pot and filled it with soil. It was quite difficult to lift the plant, trying not to break the stem, and it was quite heavy and with the spikes as well. I managed to fit it in, but then I realised I put too much soil in, and whichever way I turned it, it wasn't really going to be a good fit. The only thing to do was to take the plant back out again, carefully, and empty some of the soil. So I managed to get the plant back in the pot and topped it up with some compost. It was a long day. The next day, the plant was looking all wilted, even though I'd given it water. Then I realised I'd topped it up with compost, and the water I had given to it had gone straight through. So I took out some of the compost and put in some of the soil from the ground where it had been. Then I started to work on moving the other wildflowers. They came out easily enough. I think I managed to get most of the roots out in one piece. Maybe a little bit of damage on that one. I filled up the pot with the sea holly in with soil from the ground and just put these plants in place. They just fitted. I gently tied back the red campion with a little bit of wire so that I could get to the bottom and top up the soil. And I used sticks to peg back the other plants so that I could fill soil around them. Once it was done, I just gently teased out the leaves of the sea holly so that they were not caught behind any of the other plants. And that's that job done. Later on, the teasel was looking much happier as well.